Hello viewers, welcome to Roving Report, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's northeast region. I'm your host Chandrakala and the highlights of today's program are: Centre strives for transport and logistic development in northeast. Northeast Frontier Railway rolled out the premier Shatabdi Express train in Arunachal Pradesh. Age no bar for 97-year-old musicologist Leshram Virendra Kumar Singh. And Nagaland's Ao community celebrates Matsu Festival with grandeur. Delegates from the Northeast region took part in the recently held 3-day Integrated Transport and Logistics Summit in New Delhi. Nearly 34 MOUs were signed during the event, with states from even the Northeast coming forward to sign the agreements. A report.
Aiming to make the Northeast a gateway to Southeast Asia, the government has initiated major infrastructure projects in the region to improve roads and highways and in developing the logistic infrastructure of the states. Adhering to the growth of transportation and an endeavour to improve connectivity in the Northeast region, several road and railway projects have been initiated by the centre so far. The 3-day Integrated Transport and Logistics Summit held recently in the national capital was the first step by the government in realising the objective of integrated approach that brought under one roof various stakeholders, government and private sectors among others. Nearly 34 MOUs amounting to Rs 2 lakhs have been signed during the summit, out of which 4 significant agreements have been signed between the government of Assam, Manipur, Tripura, Mizoram and the Centre on Multimodal Logistic Parks.
मुझे इस बात की खुशी है कि यहाँ नॉर्थ ईस्ट से भी जो स्टेट पार्टिसिपेट हुए हैं, इसके लिए भी मुझे विशेष रूप से इस बात का मैं उनको धन्यवाद दूंगा, क्योंकि नॉर्थ ईस्ट में हमने NHI DCL करके हमारी स्पेशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रोड बनाने के लिए चालू की है, जो 1.5 लाख करोड़ के रोड केवल नॉर्थ ईस्ट में बना रही है और 40,000 करोड़ के काम का हमने शुरुआत भी कर दी है.
Earlier, a tripartite agreement was signed between the state government, the National Highways Authority of India and the Inland Waterways of India to dredge the riverbed of the Brahmaputra from Sadia in Upper Assam near Arunachal Pradesh to Dhubri in Western Assam in order to increase the number of navigational channels to the Chittagong port in Bangladesh.
गुवाहाटी में हमने पांडु जेटी का निर्माण किया है और ब्रह्मपुत्रा में ड्रेजिंग भी शुरू कर दिया है और उन्होंने जितने रिवर पोर्ट मांगे 60-65 जो भी है वो हमने कहा कि आप करिए, हम उसको पूरी तरह आपको अनुदान उसके लिए आर्थिक मदद करेंगे और इसके अलावा बांग्लादेश और म्यांमार तक भी हम जा सकेंगे. इतना ही नहीं तो मेघालय से म्यांमार तक एक 5,000 करोड़ का रोड भी हम बना रहे हैं और ब्रह्मपुत्रा में बांग्लादेश में हम 250 करोड़ खर्चा करके ड्रेजिंग भी कर रहे हैं ताकि ब्रह्मपुत्रा से हमारा माल डायरेक्ट पूरे देश का साहिबगंज से स्टील, फर्टिलाइजर, गाड़ियाँ सब कुछ हम लोग चितगांव लेकर जाए और चितगांव से नॉर्थ ईस्ट में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होगा तो हमारी लॉजिस्टिक कॉस्ट बड़े प्रमाण पर कम होगी.
Focusing on the need to increase connectivity, small airports are also being initiated to develop in the region. Development of waterways also remains the major criteria of discussion.
ये जो आज इंटीग्रेटेड जो प्लानिंग हुआ है, हमारा भी 2 MOU साइन हुआ है इसमें और हमारा जो मणिपुर और मिजोरम नॉर्थ ईस्ट का ये दोनों दो साइन हुआ है, त्रिपुरा का भी साइनिंग हो गया है. तो इसी हिसाब से देखा ये देखा जाएगा कि हमारा जो ट्रेड, इंडस्ट्री एंड कॉमर्स इसको बहुत परिवर्तन हो जाएगा, बहुत चेंज हो जाएगा और अल्टीमेटली दो स्टेट्स which are not connected with the sea or the waterways, so ultimately all those states has to come to Assam to exploit or to get the benefit of Southeast Asian country. Because आप लोग, मैं ये जानकारी आप लोग को देता हूँ, Assam 97% we are sharing the border of Southeast Asian.
It is worth mentioning that a historic MOU has been signed between National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation and the Land Sports Authority of India and the Government of Manipur to develop integrated checkposts, land ports in Moreh in Manipur. On the other hand, a landmark multipartite MOU on development of access to land port in Assam and Mizoram was also signed between Land Port Authority of India, NHIDCL, Assam Industrial Development Corporation and the Assam government. The summit was attended by around 3,000 delegates from India and abroad, which included central and state government organizations, international organizations like World Bank and ADB, delegates, global transport and supply chain experts, and representatives of private companies. The sessions focused on 6 major themes that included multimodal logistics parks, new developments in urban transportation, freight corridors for economic development, supply chain transformation, storage innovations, GST and role of digitization for decongestion and standards and skills for logistics.
Well, the people of Northeast will now witness a sea change in the connectivity in the region. In a major boost to connectivity, the centre is making concerted effort to improve the rail connectivity in the Northeast region. Making travelling simpler for the people of the region, the centre has now introduced Shatabdi Express for the first time in Naharlagun in Arunachal Pradesh. Union Minister for Railways Suresh Prabhu flagged off the train from Guwahati through a live streaming video. A report. Commuting will now no longer be a problem for the people of the landlocked state of Arunachal Pradesh as they got their first Shatabdi Express connectivity, which will start from Guwahati, the gateway to Northeast India. The Shatabdi Express train is introduced for the first time in Naharlagun in Arunachal Pradesh by the Northeast Frontier Railway. Union Minister for Railways Suresh Prabhu flagged off the train from Guwahati through a live streaming video.
पूरे देश में नॉर्थ ईस्ट में रहने वाले हमारे भाई बहन बहुत अच्छा तरह से काम करते हैं। दिल्ली में, मुंबई में, चेन्नई में, बेंगलुरु में, हैदराबाद में जहाँ पर भी हम जाएंगे तो हम देखते हैं कि अच्छे स्थान पर वो लोग काम करते हैं। हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्रीज में है, एयरलाइंस में है, बहुत सारी जगह पर। तो ये लोग जो अलग अलग जगह पर काम करते हैं तो वो चाहते हैं कि घर में आने का मौका मिले अपने सभी फैमिली मेंबर्स को मिलने के लिए, या जॉब के लिए कहीं जाना है तो वो भी मौका मिले। इसीलिए रेल का नेटवर्क पूरे देश में बढ़ाना चाहिए। रेल का नेटवर्क बढ़ता है पूरे देश में तो उसका नॉर्थ ईस्ट को भी लाभ होगा क्योंकि नॉर्थ ईस्ट को कनेक्ट हो जाएगा।
The flagging off ceremony was attended by Minister of State for Railways Rajen Gohe, along with Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiren Rijiju and Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh Pema Khandu and his Council of Ministers in Arunachal.
मेरा ये आग्रह रहेगा कि कोशिश हम टारगेट ये करें कि जो टाइमलाइन है इसको हम पूरा करें और वो 3 जो स्ट्रेटेजिक रूट है उसके साथ साथ जो आज तक कमेंसमेंट हम लोग ने आज कर रहे हैं इसका भी तुरंत प्रोजेक्ट सर्वे का काम शुरू हो जाना चाहिए और उस शुरू होने में कोई विलंब नहीं होना चाहिए।
However, Minister Rajen Gohe also emphasized on community tourism in the state and the importance of infrastructure in promoting tourism in the region and that the railway lines will play a vital role in promoting tourism in the northeastern states. Moreover, the Union Minister of Railways also inaugurated commencement of the railway electrification work between Raninagar, Jalpaiguri and Guwahati and commissioned the 700 kilowatt power solar power plant at Guwahati railway station. He also inaugurated the first class and second class waiting hall at Harmote railway station and the RO water plant digital chart display system at New Tinsukia station by unveiling of plaques in its function being organized at Rang Bhavan in Maligaon, Guwahati.
3 साल से नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार आने के बाद रेल में सभी बिंदुओं के ऊपर सुधार करने के लिए, रेल का नेटवर्क बढ़ाने के लिए हम लोगों ने कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव होलिस्टिक कार्यक्रम बनाकर काम करने की शुरुआत की। देश का सिर्फ 16% नेटवर्क है जिसमें 60% से ज्यादा ट्रैफिक जाता है। 16%। यदि हम वहीं पे काम नहीं करेंगे तो उसका लाभ नहीं होगा। इसके लिए जो 8,50,000 करोड़ का हम लोगों ने प्लान बनाया है इसमें सबसे ज्यादा ध्यान वो 16% पे दिया जा रहा है ताकि वहां पे डीकंजेस्ट हो जाएगा, डीबॉटलिनेक हो जाएगा, तो पूरा देश का नेटवर्क में उसका लाभ होगा।
Simultaneously, a foundation stone was laid for Murkong Selek Pasighat new broad gauge line, along with commencement of survey of 7 new broad gauge lines between Lekhapani Kharsang, Itakhola Sejosa, Dumduma Namsai Vakaro, Dangri Roing, Diomali Naharkatia, Khardang Miao Deban, Tinsukia Pasighat via Simaloguri, Kanubari in Arunachal Pradesh. Emphasizing on developmental strategies in the northeast, the minister also announced Tejas, Humsafar, Uday, etc. special trains for the region to boost up the tourism sector. Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the northeast recently.
The tribal movement against the three controversial bills finally came to an end following the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between the Government of Manipur and the Joint Action Committee Against Anti-Tribal Bills at Mizo People Convention Office at Churachandpur in South Manipur. Following this development, Chief Minister N. Piran Singh, in presence of other state dignitaries, expressed happiness and gratitude to those organizations and leaders involved in resolving the issue. However, the prolonged agitation by the Joint Action Committee against the three bills has led to the death of 9 persons. During signing of the MOU, it was also agreed to perform the honorable burial of the 8 dead bodies by Joint Action Committee Against Anti-Tribal Bills on or before May 25th.
Nagaland Chief Minister Dr. Shirozile Lizetsu visited Imphal recently to pay a courtesy call on Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. The two state chief ministers have been trying to improve ties and foster peace and brotherhood among the people of Manipur and Nagaland. During his visit, the Nagaland Chief Minister announced that efforts were on to improve interstate relations between Nagaland and Manipur. He was accompanied by Education Minister Yi Ta-chu and former Chief Minister T.R. Zeliang. A book written by senior journalist writer Ravi Shankar Ravi, Lal Nadi Neele Pahad, which means Red River, Blue Mountains, was recently released by Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal in Guwahati city. Speaking at the book launch, Sonowal exhorted intellectuals to help take the centre's Act East policy forward by drawing the attention of the world towards the Northeast to fast-track its development. Director General Border Security Force K.K. Sharma recently inaugurated the BSF's 8th annual medical conference at FTR headquarters of BSF and Composite Hospital at Umpling in Shillong. While addressing the officers and jawans of the BSF, Director General emphasized on importance of fitness and health. He also motivated them to adopt new financial schemes and to spread financial literacy in order to become financially sound. Nagaland recently hosted the Victor First Northeast Masters Badminton Championship held at the DDBA Indoor Stadium in Dimapur town. Organized by the Dimapur District Badminton Association under the aegis of Nagaland Badminton Association, the 3 days Master Championship was inaugurated by Nagaland Lok Sabha MP Nephew Rio. Altogether, 92 teams from across the northeast states, except Tripura and Sikkim, participated in the tournament. Expressing happiness to be part of the program, the India International Shuttle Punappa plans to come back in the state for a badminton course to help develop the sport in the region.
Well, viewers, India's northeastern region has been playing a pivotal role in building and promoting art and music of the country for decades. And to recognize and celebrate the contribution to music of the country, noted Manipuri musicologist Leshram Birendra Kumar Singh was conferred with Padma Shri Award this year. The country's 4th highest civilian in his home state, Manipur. Take a look.
Age is not a hindrance for 97-year-old Leshram Birendra Kumar Singh, and music is everything for the noted Manipuri musicologist. Started at a very young age, there has been no turning back for the former engineer turned folklore research scholar. Leshram Singh has dedicated himself to the study of scientific approach to Manipuri folk music to preserve the indigenous Meitei tradition and identity. Through his research in folk music, he aimed to promote communal harmony in the state of Manipur by bridging the gap between different communities and enhancing emotional bonding amongst them. Recognizing and acknowledging his contribution to music of the country, Laishram Birendra Kumar Singh was conferred the Padma Shri Award 2017, the country's fourth highest prestigious civilian award. Owing to his health issues, Laishram Singh was unable to travel to Delhi to receive the award. The coveted award was presented by the Manipur State Chief Secretary O. Nabakishore Singh at his residence at Kwaketil Ningtamkol Lekai in Imphal.
I feel very, very much happy. I have dreamed for this for the last so many years, but nothing has happened. But this year, during the time of our Honorable Chief Secretary, I have been given such a beautiful honor from all sides.
Earlier, he was also honored with doctorate in law and literature by President Pranab Mukherjee, as well as Sankit Nadak Academy Awards for his contribution to folk music and to revive the Manipuri folk songs and dances. The retired assistant engineer from Public Works Department, Laishram Singh continues to have great inclination for folk music, and his great love towards folk music, marks of respecting one's identity and culture.
Music is everything, because so many things comes from the music. Musicology. I own folk songs. I'm very happy with this. Music can Harold sing. The different type of various type of songs they borrowed from this. But they must borrow from our ancestors. Musical
The Padma Shri awardee in his own capacity also promotes the folk music to preserve the indigenous Meitei traditions and identity. Moreover, whenever he gets an opportunity to speak on topics related to folk music at seminars and workshops, Laishram advised the youth to respect folk music as it contains ingredients of wisdom.
There have been, my dad has been conferred the Padma Shri award too late, I should say. It's my feeling. If it had been a little earlier, he could have achieved more and more. But it's God's destiny. It's God's will. We cannot judge it. And I do not blame others. But I personally feel it's late stage. Well, so that means if he had got things earlier, then it might have been a different story. Who knows? Better chances would have come. That's what I feel.
By achieving such feat with integrity and work with persistence, sincerity and confidence, Laishram Singh remains a role model for many, especially the youngsters of the state.
Quality education is integral to development of a better society. Young lads from India's northeast region have the capacity to excel in academics provided they are given better educational facilities. Improving educational infrastructure topped the agenda at a recently held regional workshop for northeastern region on innovations and best practices in school education. We have a report.
The new thrust towards progressive education, which requires a decentralized teaching method and a subjective and sensitive learning, has remained a major emphasis. But at times the impermeable education system fails to imbibe it. Elementary education remains a major worry in India, and things in the northeast is no different. High dropout rates, lack of proper infrastructure, basic school amenities and financial constraints hinder the development of the education sector in the region. In an endeavor to understand the shortcomings and improve the quality of education in the region, Union Minister of Human Resource Development Prakash Javadekar visited Assam's capital city Guwahati. He attended a regional workshop on innovations and best practices in school education in the city, organized under the initiative of Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, in collaboration with Education Department of Assam.
Northeast is a special place. Here people are talented, dedicated, and there is enough opportunity to improve further. But when I took over last year, press people asked me, what are your 3 priorities? I said my first priority is quality, second priority is to quality, and third priority is quality. To improve the quality of education is what is needed. Because after a long effort of 7 decades, we have taken education to everybody. Britishers had no intention to educate every citizen of this country.
A series of 4 other similar workshops have been organized till date in Raipur, Pune, Bengaluru and Chandigarh. Javadekar emphasized that quality of education needed to be maintained as it is the basic component of nation building.
If you educate generation properly, with provide quality education, then nation progresses. See what has happened in smaller countries even. South Korea, Malaysia, Singapore. In their fast growth, their quality education has a large impact. China. And we are a huge country. KG to PG, 270 million students.
Entrepreneurs, teachers, members of NGOs and professors from across the Northeast attended the workshop to brainstorm on development of the education sector. Different NGOs working for children's education across the 8 northeastern states displayed various school items including books, developmental agendas to improve the education sector. The Union Minister also reviewed the contribution of non-profit organizations towards the growth of education sector in the region. Moreover, he also disclosed that new modifications will take place in the NCERT curriculum soon.
Well, peace and development is a buzzword in the Northeast. Let's take a quick look at some development news from the region.
In a bid to bring benefit to the people of Manipur in procuring low-cost life-saving drugs, particularly generic medicines, Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh recently launched the Prime Minister Bharatiya Janaushadhi Pariyojana at the Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences Auditorium in Imphal. The ceremony was attended by Union Minister of State for Chemical and Fertilizers Mansukh L. Mandivia, State Health and Family Welfare Minister Jayant Kumar Singh, state officials, doctors and others. A sales counter of the generic medicines was also opened at the OPD counter. A forum of Nagaland chapter seeking to raise awareness on border security, national security and the role of civilians under Simanta Chetna Mancha Purvotar was launched recently in Dimapur town. The forum seeks to raise awareness on border security, national security and the role of civilians for the people living in the international border areas. Simanta Chetna Mancha Purvotar mission is to keep vigilance at the international border with Burma by instilling love and link between people and security forces for the sake of integrity, security, unity and development of border areas. In an effort to check banned tobacco substances, spurious and adulterated foodstuffs, a food safety drive was taken up by the Imphal West Police and Food Safety Wing of Food Security and Standards Authority of India, Government of Manipur, recently in Imphal city. The drive was taken in and around Alu Gali, Thangal Bazar of Imphal. Food items which had already crossed expiry date were also seized, and 3 shops were raided and sealed for selling unauthorized food items. The drive aimed to ensure food safety and best quality for both the consumers and the shopkeepers.
India is home to people of various castes and creeds, giving the country its diversity of cultures and traditions. Adding to this beauty is India's northeastern region, abode of numerous small tribes. Proving the unity in diversity and oneness in thoughts through a noble initiative, the people of Northeast express their gratefulness and utmost gratitude to the fellow citizens who have reached out to the people during distress. Take a look.
Over the years, India's Northeast region has been into limelight for many reasons. For the very first time, people from the Northeast region brought out a noble idea and took a time out to express their appreciation and invaluable to those individuals, organizations and authorities across the nation who have lent their arms in their distress and times of need. Helping Hands, a band Northeast India NGO working for the people in distress, hosted a Thanksgiving event in New Delhi.
This event is particularly organized to give gratitude and appreciation to those partners, to the authorities who has been helping out. For instance, for the last 8 months, Indigo and Vistaras have been carrying the dead bodies of the dead bodies from economically weaker section of the people from northeast. Be it in any cities, if there is a flight connectivity, they've been carrying the dead bodies home for free. Why don't we take this opportunity to show them a gratitude?
They have also thanked various civil service coaching institutes like Alternative Learning System, Vachuram and Ravi Institute, Elite IAS for coaching aspiring youths from the regions.
After completing the graduation, I got selected for this Civil Service Coaching Institute through Helping Hands NGO, and I'm getting 50% concession through that. And currently I'm doing civil service preparation in ALS IAS Institute, Coaching Institute.
Many organizations and inspiring souls who have had contributed with a wholesome heart and reach out to the people from the region during their darkest moments was highly appreciated the people from the region.
I approaching all the hospital in Pan India now. Currently only Delhi is tie up. Now we tie up with Bangalore, Calcutta, Mumbai, and they are already agreed. Because under CSR policy, they have to extend discount and policies.
Moreover, the event also honored of launching 3 books such as Northeast, The Land of Rising Opportunities, Make in India, and Window to Success, an insight into MSME sector, authored by Sunil Kumar Gupta.
This kind of gesture, which you have displayed over the years, these have carried long and strong message to the people of Northeastern region.
The event also saw cultural performances by the students from the region, bringing the event a culture touch from the culturally rich community.
India is known for its vibrant culture, and festivals of country's northeast region further add to its beauty and rich traditions. The Ao community of Nagaland recently celebrated Matsu Festival, the post-seed sowing festival, with much fanfare. Have a look.
Every community in India has its own unique and exquisite practices and values, making the country the diversity in unity across the globe. Matsu Festival, a festival of post-seed sowing season, was celebrated by Ao Naga community, one of the prominent tribes of Nagaland, with gaiety and full traditional splendor in Dimapur town. Also known as Matsu Mong, the 3-day festival was a time for relaxation after the toil and the labor of the seed sowing season. The celebration was marked by numerous traditional Ao folk songs, dances and short play based on an Ao folklores and folk tales.
This festival provides much needed time for recreation and entertainment for the Ao community after the tedious work of sowing season is over. This season and this festival is marked with songs and dances. It is also a time for the Ao community to invoke God's blessings.
The festival highlighted the traditional and cultural aspects of Matsu Festival through various forms of vigorous folk dances and traditional songs. Young and old alike of the Ao community, tacked up in their finest traditional clothes and jewelry, celebrated the festival with gusto. Dressed in traditional gear, the menfolk performed traditional warrior dances during the festival.
Wonderful occasion, a God-given day, a blessed day, where we can all come together to celebrate Matsu in the right spirit of brotherhood, of unity, of forgiveness and oneness in our work, in our objective, in all the things that we need to do together.
Matsu Festival remains one of the premier festivals of the Ao Nagas of the Nagaland state. It is these festivals that spread the message of celebrating the unity in diversity.
Well, viewers, with that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Chandrakala, signing off. Goodbye and take care.